Hey, what's good, family? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. Hope that everything's going well for you. Today is the second day of the work week. A lot of y'all came back to work yesterday from the holiday, from taking vacation on the holidays, and a lot of the children were out, on vacation from school. So, with that being said, I hope that y'all are having a blessed and wonderful day. And the likelihood that you're not, and I know that in this life, a little rain must fall. So always remember this: tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah, God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. Those of y'all down south and out east, stay warm. I see it's like bone chilling cold down there and out there too. So y'all stay warm, but by all means necessary, stay safe. If you don't have to go out, if it's not necessary for you to go out, do not go out in those temperatures, please. Stay safe. So, getting to the topic for this video, my Detroit Lions got the number one seed in the National Football Conference, or the NFC. They're the number one seed. They beat the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday evening, 31-9. I thought the game would be closer than that. I thought maybe 31-28, 34-31, something like that. I did not think that the Lions would win by three scores, by 22 points. Wow. Their defense stepped up. And shout out to Aaron Glenn, our defensive coordinator. I mean, he's been doing the best he can over this past month and a half with a beat up defense. I think 13 injuries, and he just bringing off guys off the street, signing guys from other teams to the practice squad and having them play the next game. That's what they did with Quan Alexander and a couple other players. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. Salute to you, brother, for doing a phenomenal job with what you had out there. I mean, you lose Aiden Hutchinson, the premier defensive player in the NFL, in his third season. Dude is a monster. You lose him in October to a broken leg. You lose who else did they lose? Aleem McNeil, Carlton Davis III. All these big names on defense. Malcolm Rodriguez, linebacker. Um, we lost Alex Anzalone, but he came back. He played Sunday night and he helped. We needed him back. You lose all these defensive players, and I know I'm missing some names, but you lose all these defensive players. I think 12 or 13, and you still were able to get the number one seed in the NFC and get a bye in the playoffs. You get a first round bye. Congrats to Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, and Aaron Glenn. Congrats to the players, Jared Goff, Jameer Gibbs, Amon Ross St. Brown, David Montgomery, who got injured in the Buffalo game, but who's coming back for our playoff game. Uh, who else? Jamison Williams, JMO, Sam Laporta, Quan Alexander, Brian Branch, Terrion Arnold, who got injured in the last game, but he's playing our playoff game. Just congrats to y'all, man. Y'all deserved it. Y'all been playing y'all asses off, literally speaking. y'all been doing the damn thing, and I'm so proud of them. I'm happy for the fans in my hometown. Happy for the city of Detroit. Detroit, stand up. 3-1-3. What up, though? We going. We got a first round bye, y'all. Number one seed. First time in franchise history. First time that they won 15 games. A franchise record. Back to back NFC North champions. We the Kings of the North. 2 straight years. So I'm happy for them. Jared Goff is doing the damn thing. Another, his numbers have improved each year he's been in Detroit. I think he threw for over 4,600 yards this season, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Not bad, not shabby at all. We lose Matthew Stafford, we gain Jared Goff, someone younger, and I think it's a better quarterback. Yes, I know Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl. I get it. But one thing about Jared Goff, he's not turnover prone. He takes care of the ball for the most part. He doesn't try to be a hero. So shout out to Jared Goff. I know he had the 5 interception game against Houston early in the season where I think he threw for 2 touchdowns and had 5 interceptions, but he won the game. Very resilient. And shout out to Jake Bates, our rookie kicker. Shout out to that young man. And Jack Fox, our punter. Shout out to the kickers, the punter and our field goal kicker, um, Jake Bates. Shout out to him. He's won some big games for us, come up big for us. So I just want to give him his due too. But I'm so proud of this team. I'm glad they got the first round bye. A lot of their defensive players will be coming back. The ones that that missed some significant time, they will be back for our playoff game. So I'm glad. I'm thankful for that. Terry Arnold's one of them. David Montgomery, Monty, he's gonna be back. Who else? Anzalone came back the last game against Minnesota. I don't know about Malcolm Rodriguez. I know we're getting a couple of guys in the secondary back, and I think another linebacker. I can't think of his name, but we're getting most of our players back, a number of them back. So we needed this bye. We needed it to get our injured players back. So I don't know who we're gonna play. I'm hoping it's the Redskins, but I don't think they're gonna beat Tampa Bay. I think it's gonna be the Rams. With the Lions getting healthy on defense and getting our other running back, it's going to be a tough going for the Rams. I'm not taking them lightly, but my Lions are going to beat the Rams, and I think the Rams are going to beat the Vikings. I believe so. Green Bay is going to lose to Philly. I hate Green Bay, so Philly's going to advance, and it's going to be Philly and Tampa Bay. Philly's going to beat them, and it's going to be Detroit and the Rams, and Detroit would defeat Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup, and them boys from LA. And they will be facing the Eagles in Detroit. These are my predictions. So, you know, I may be wrong, but I don't think so. The way things are going, I don't think so. But I could be wrong, whatever. You're feel free to disagree. But I think it's going to be the Lions and Eagles in the NFC Championship game at Ford Field in downtown Detroit, and we're going to take care of Philly. We're going to take care of them. It's going to be a good game. We're going to keep Saquon Barkley in check, but we're going to beat the Eagles and go to the Super Bowl. On the AFC side, the Kansas City Chiefs, they got the number 1 seed in the first round bye. I'm so sick of the Chiefs. I'm sick of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift, the new Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader. That's what she is. Just sick of them. They got the number 1 seed. It's going to be the Steelers and Ravens. And I hate to say this because I'm a big fan of Mike Tomlin. They're going to get mollywopped against the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson's going to have a field day with them. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh Steeler fans, Steeler Nation, but I think y'all know, y'all got in the playoffs. I think y'all lost 4 straight, so y'all not looking good. And Baltimore's going to take advantage of that and dispose of the Steelers. Denver's going to lose to Buffalo. It's been a great run. Bo Nix did an excellent job. I believe he's going to be AFC Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Great job by Sean Payton out there in Denver, but they're going to lose to Buffalo. And who else? See, Buffalo. Buffalo, Denver, Pittsburgh. Oh, Houston is playing. Who is Houston playing? Oh, damn, Houston playing somebody. Damn, who is Houston playing? Who is Houston playing? Oh, I can't remember who Houston's playing. I'll look it up here. I know the NFC by heart. Who are the Texans playing? Let's see here. Who are the Houston Texans playing in the playoffs? Chargers. So Chargers and Texans. That's a tough one. I think the Chargers are going to get them. I think the Chargers are gonna beat Houston. CJ Stroud, offensive line, nah. It's been a good run, but I think Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers, Justin Herbert, I think the boys are going to advance. Now I don't know who Kansas City would play. I guess they would play Buffalo, or would they play? I think they would play Buffalo. If Kansas City plays Buffalo, I would love to see Buffalo beat them, but they want Kansas. The powers that be want Kansas City to win. So enough said there. So that would leave the Chargers and Ravens and Baltimore, the battle of the brothers, the Harbaugh brothers, Jim and John. And John is going to beat his brother again. So that would be Baltimore and Kansas City for the second straight year. I would love to see the Ravens beat Kansas City. Love to see it. Love to see it. But again, I'm gonna say Baltimore gonna win. Damn it. Damn it. Kansas City ain't going to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be Detroit and Baltimore. That's what it's gonna be. Detroit and Baltimore. Stand up. Two predominantly black cities that are blue collar, hard working cities, gritty. Detroit and Baltimore. And my Lions are gonna win. I know I'm being biased. I know, shame on me. But my Lions gonna win the Super Bowl. They're gonna win Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Stand up, Detroit. 3-1 third. What up, though? So those are my predictions. I may be wrong about the NFC. I don't know if Kansas City would play the winner of Buffalo and Denver or the winner of um, Chargers Texans. I think it's Buffalo and the Bills that they would play. So I mean Buffalo and the Bills, Buffalo and the Broncos. I think they'll play that winner. I think so. I know the NFC, but I'm kind of shaking on the AFC. But I think it's going to be Detroit and Baltimore. So we shall see. Detroit will win Super Bowl 59 down in the Big Easy in New Orleans. Lions fans, if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, y'all be safe down there. Ravens fans, y'all team go to the Super Bowl, y'all be safe in the NO. You know, we had that terrorist attack last week in New Orleans. So y'all be safe down there. Just beware and be aware. Now going on to the coaching firings. Um, no big surprise. The Raiders just fired Antonio Pierce. Jacksonville fired their coach, Doug Peterson. No big surprise. See who else. The Giants retained a coach, which I don't know why they did that. That fool, Brian Dabble, needs to be fired. A big surprise was Jared Mayo being fired out of New England. Yup, Jared Mayo out of New England. 1 year, that roster, he had the most depleted roster in the NFL. Drake May did play better later on in the season, but New England didn't have nothing on defense, nothing on offense. What was Jared Mayo to do? The man was working with nothing in New England. Robert Kraft knew that when he hired him, but yet you fired a man and gonna say, I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Well, guess what? You just killed his chance of being a head coach again because now this is on his record of him being fired. So teams are going to stay away from him. Thank you, Robert Kraft. And what's crazy about it is Jared Mayo was in the Patriots organization for years. The man played for the Patriots. He was one of Belichick's assistants. And this is the thanks he get? Wow. Wow. And this isn't the first time that black head coaches have gotten fired in 1 year after their first season. Remember a few years back when the Houston Texans fired Lovie Smith? Then they fired David Cullen. Yup. Y'all remember that? I do. So there's no patience with coaches in the NFL, especially when they're black head coaches. Some gonna say I'm playing the race card, but no, I'm playing the truth card. There's no patience. Give them at least 3 seasons. You have to build, especially when you have a piss poor roster that New England had last season. Like a lot of analysts have been saying, the Patriot way, it went out the door when Tom Brady took his talents to Tampa. That's what happened to the Patriot way. When Tom Brady bid adieu to New England for Tampa Bay, the Patriot way followed him because Belichick, those 2 years after, 3 years after Brady left, he couldn't recapture that magic. He just couldn't do it. As great of a coach as Bill Belichick is, he never had success after Tom Brady left. Am I right or am I absolutely right? And now you fired Jared Mayo, so now you on another head coaching search. The Lions offensive coordinator is interviewing for the Bears job and for the Patriots job. And I think Aaron Glenn is interviewing for the Saints job and Bears job. The Bears want both of our assistants, both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. But who wants to coach the Bears? That organization is a dumpster fire and has been for years. Yeah, they have a quarterback, but I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. I'm just not sold on Twinkle Toes. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's anytime a man talk about wearing a dress and heels to a draft, you got to kind of wonder about that. But they have talent in Chicago. They have a receiver, what's his name? Roman Adunze from Washington. So they have some talent, but the Bears are a dumpster fire. And I saw that they asked for permission to interview Mike McCarthy. So Jerry Jones is playing games down there in Dallas. He keeps saying, "Well, Mark McCarthy is one of the great coaches," but are you going to sign him to an extension? Are you bringing him back, or are you firing him? And then that will leave Dallas with a head coaching vacancy. And who wants to coach down there with Jerry Jones? They haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. 30 years. They haven't been to the NFC championship game in that time, in 30 years. We them boys. Right. So we shall see what happens down there in Dallas. But Mike McCarthy, I think he'd be good in Chicago. I think he'd be good. We shall see. I don't know about Jacksonville. Uh, Trevor Lawrence is not what he's cracked up to be. He's overrated. They got a mess down there. The Jets, who's the Jets coach? That's a mess. The Giants is a mess. They didn't fire their coach, but they're a mess. Las Vegas Raiders, they're a mess. New Orleans, they got some promise. New Orleans got some promise. New Orleans got some talent, and they probably a year or two away from being a playoff team. So New Orleans, they're not as bad as advertised. They got some hope in New Orleans, even though the season didn't go the way they expected it to. But New Orleans have reason to be optimistic. Las Vegas, no. Chicago, no. Jacksonville, no. New England, no. Even though you do got a good young quarterback in Drake May, he is good. I think that's all the coaching vacancies, as far as I know. Um, I don't know what Jerry Jones is going to do with Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys have become a joke, but yet they're the most valuable franchise in sports. Make that make sense. But they are a joke. We them boys. How about them Cowboys? Yo, right. No, Detroit and Kansas City, we still in the Super Bowl. A close game. Lamar doesn't do too well. That's true. Lamar doesn't do well in the playoffs. You're so right about that, brother. He doesn't. And that's unfortunate because I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. We share the same last name for now, but that's another story. Um, I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. It's unfortunate that he doesn't play well in the playoffs. I don't know what it is. Played great in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he just. But I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna do that this year. I think he's finally gonna break through and exercise those demons and go to the Super Bowl. That's just my take on it. Detroit, yeah, this is their year. They've been playing football, professional football in Detroit for 83 years. No, I'm sorry. Forgive me. 93 years. 92, excuse me, 92 years since 1933. 92 years. And I believe this is going to be our year. I know I said that last year, but I really do believe Dan Campbell got these boys focused. They're going to get a lot of their defensive players back that were injured in our next playoff game. In our playoff game, that is, David Montgomery will be coming back. So we're going to be a dangerous team like we were early in the season. Even with all our injuries, we still was pulling off wins. We had a bend, don't break defense. We had a mass unit out there in the field. I mean, shout out to Aaron Glenn, just patching up, just putting players out there. Hey man, you want to? I know you want to practice out. Come out there and do your next man up. Come on, man. Come on. Even Lions fans didn't think they were gonna make it this. They were going to get the number one seed. And I want to call some names, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I should, but I'm not going to do it. But so-called Lions fans didn't even have faith in the team. I said they were going to win in that Buffalo game when they lost it. I said they're going to beat Chicago, they're going to beat the Niners, they're going to beat Minnesota, and they did. Despite them losing all these defensive players and a piece of our offense, a valuable player in our offense. But they're coming back in 2 weeks, so they will be healthy and ready and focused to go. Go Lions. One pride. So what say y'all? Let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. I know this is football. I know in the grand scheme of things, it isn't important, but it's good to talk about something other than what's going on in the world. It's good to relax and just talk about something different. And that's what this is. So let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. We don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash it down, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Share this video, share it, share it, share it. Especially if you're a Lions fan, share it as many times as possible. I love y'all. And like I always say, y'all be safe out here. Those of y'all in the South, in the Midwest, and on the East Coast, stay warm. If you do not have to go out in those temperatures, do not go out. Stay warm and stay safe. I saw where someone froze to death at a bus stop. I don't know what city it was in, but have mercy. Y'all just be safe. Be safe. Brothers as well as sisters, whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, whatever the case may be, running errands, be safe. Beware and be aware. I love y'all. Support my channel here, support my future projects. I can't do these without y'all love and support. So please continue to support your brother. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Inshallah. I love y'all and y'all have a blessed day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.